Hello everyone, you're welcome to solve this nice algebra problem, which is x minus 3 to the power 4. This is equal to 16. So what is the value of x? Now let's provide a solution from here. This is x minus 3 raised to the power of 4. This is equal to 16. So the first step is to take 16 on the left hand side so that we have x minus 3 raised to the power of 4. Subtract 16. This is equal to 0. We can express x minus 3 to the power 4. This is the same thing as x minus 3 raised to the power of 2. Then raised to the power of 2. Subtract 16, which is 4, to the power of 2. Then this is equal to 0. This is the difference of two perfect squares that is expressed as a squared minus b squared, which we can express as a plus b multiplied by a minus b. From this equation here, we have a is equal to x minus 3 raised to the power of 2, and we have b, this is equal to 4. So this means that a plus b equal to 0. This is the same thing as x minus 3 raised to the power of 2, then plus 4. This is equal to 0. Now we can call this case 1. Then we have a minus b equal to 0. This is the same thing as x minus 3 raised to the power of 2, subtract 4. This is equal to 0. Let's call this case 2. Now, let's commence with case 1. Let's commence with case 1 so that we have x subtract 3 raised to the power of 2 plus 4. This is equal to 0. We have that x minus 3 to the power of 2. This is in the form of a minus b raised to the power of 2, which you can express as a to the power of 2 plus b to the power of 2 minus 2ab. Applying this algebraic identity, what we have is x squared plus 3 squared, which is 9, minus 6x, then plus 4. This is equal to 0. So here we have x to the power of 2 minus 6x, then plus 9 plus 4, this is 13, and this is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation where we have a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 16, and c is equal to 13. So we can solve for x1, x2 by applying the quadratic formula, which is minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, everything here divided by 2 times a. So substituting a, b, and c into this formula here, then we have minus 6 plus or minus the square root of minus 6 raised to the power of 2 minus 4 times a, which is 1, then times c, which is 13, everything here divided by 2 times 1. So this is equal to minus times minus 6. This is equal to 6 plus or minus the square root of minus 6 squared. This is 36 minus 4 times 13. This is minus 52. Everything here divided by 2. So we have, this is 6 plus or minus the square root of 36 minus 52. This is minus 16 divided by 2. Now this means we have 6 plus or minus the square root of minus 16, which is the same thing as 16 times minus 1. Everything here divided by 2. So this is equal to 6 plus or minus the square root of 16, this is 4. Square root of minus 1, this is equal to I. So we have 4i divided by 2. In the numerator here, we can factor out 2 so that we have 2 into the parentheses. 6 divided by 2, this is 3, plus or minus 4i divided by 2, this is 2i. Everything here divided by 2. So this means that we can simplify 2 and 2, and this means we have 3 plus or minus 2i. Now this implies that x1 is equal to 3 plus 2i, and x2 is equal to 3 minus 2i. So these are two complex solutions. These are two complex solutions under case 1. So let's proceed to case 2. Let's proceed to case 2. In case 2, we have x subtract 3 raised to the power of 4, then minus 4. This is equal to 0. So x minus 3 to the power of 4. No, this is to the power of 2. X minus 3 to the power of 2. Subtract 4. This is equal to 0. So let's expand this. This is x to the power of 2 minus 6x plus 9 minus 4. This is equal to 0. So this is x to the power of 2. Subtract 6x. 9 minus 4, this is 5. And this is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. We can solve this quadratic equation by factorization method. We have the product is equal to 5. We have the sum is equal to minus 6. So let's identify these two factors. If we multiply these two factors, we should have a value of 5. If we sum these two factors, we should have a value of minus 6. So we have the factors as minus 5 and minus 1. Minus 5 times minus 1, this is 5. Minus 5 plus minus 1, this is minus 6. So we have x to the power of 2 minus 5x minus x, then plus 5. This is equal to 0. So we have got two parts here, whereby we have x is common. So we factor out x. So this is x subtract 5. Then minus 1 is common here. So we factor out 1 into the parentheses. This is x minus 5. And this is equal to 0. So this means that x minus 5 is common here. So we have x minus 5. And then we have x subtract 1. This is equal to 0. So this is x minus 5. This is equal to 0. And x minus 1. This is equal to 0. So essentially, we have x3. This is equal to 5. And we have x4. This is equal to 1. So x3 is equal to 5. X4 is equal to 1. So these are two real solutions. These are two real solutions. And this totals to 4 solutions. We have 4 solutions. We have x1, comma x2. This is equal to 3 plus or minus 2i. Remember, these are two complex solutions. Two complex solutions. And we have that x3, this is equal to 5, and x4, this is equal to 1. These are two real solutions. Now let's check if these two real solutions here satisfies the equation. So if you recall, we have x minus 3 raised to the power of 4. This should give us a value of 16. Let's start with 5. So we have 5 minus 3 raised to the power of 4. This should give us a value of 16. 5 minus 3, this is 2. So we have 2 to the power of 4. This should be equal to 16. So 2 to the power of 4, this is 16, which is equal to 16. The left hand side is equal to the right hand side. So let's check x4, which is 1. So we have 1 minus 3 raised to the power of 4. This should give us a value of 16. 1 minus 3, this is minus 2 raised to the power of 4. This should give us a value of 16. Minus 2 to the power of 4, this is 16, which is equal to 16. So this implies that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. And this affirms that the two real solutions here satisfies the equation. Kindly follow the steps, like this video, and subscribe. See you in the next video.